I've seen that in my own life, I can't ever really hide anything. If I have a truth that I want to hide behind deception, it will always come out. Men, this matters. And we need to have this hard conversation today on the Manlihood Mancast.
In a culture that scoffs at honor, you can rise up to lead and to shine. It's time to be the best man that you can be. This is the Manlihood Mancast. Here's your host, Josh Hatcher.
Gentlemen, welcome to the Manlihood Mancast. Please make sure that you check out our contests page. If you go to manlihood.com/contests, and we've got contests there that you can enter to win. It's free to enter, no charge to you. If you want to win extra chances, get those extra chances, you can send me $1, and every $1 you send me will give you another chance to win. All the information is there at manlihood.com/contests. So why don't you log in and see what we've got. Also, men, if you want to become a better man, our Manlihood Man Cave is the place to do it. So go to Facebook, join that group, and connect with the guys there, because we're going to help you to level up as a man. We're going to encourage you. That's what we do. And when I say we, I mean all of the men in the manlyhood movement. This is not just Josh Hatcher spewing his nonsense on the internet. We've got a movement. We've got a group of guys there who want to see you be the best you can be and who need you to help them be the best that they can be. It's a community. It's a movement, and we're doing this together. So please join the Manlihood Man Cave. I'd love to have you there. Today's episode, guys, we're going to talk about the things that we do in secret and the fact that they will always come to light. So I think there are cosmic laws to the universe. So whether or not you believe in God or that the universe is just randomly spinning, propelled by whatever, there are certain things that are cosmic laws. You know, I think of things like thermodynamics, right? Like that's a law of physics that exists. But I think that there are deeper moral laws at work. You could call them divine if you, like me, believe in God. You might want to call them something else, and you might even disagree on what some of them are. But I do know that there are many things that we can all see, and we know that they're true. The first one of those cosmic laws is sowing and reaping. If you go out to your garden and you plant or sow seeds, those are the seeds that grow into what you will one day harvest. If you plant seeds of zucchini, you will pick the fruit of zucchini. If you plant tomatoes, you will pick tomatoes. That's the way this works. So if I treat people poorly, it'll come back to me. If I lie, it'll eventually be exposed and the truth will come out. So if we have behaviors or attitudes that we don't want people to know about and we try to hide them, it's like burying a seed in the ground, and it'll eventually grow and we will eventually harvest it. I believe this. I believe that it's a law that the universe has, that I believe God has. And I know that I've seen it in my own life. Truth always comes out. Don't be so short-sighted to think that just because you didn't get caught now, that you're going to get away with it. You're not going to be scot-free and just walk away clean just because you didn't get caught today. Everything always comes out. The truth always comes out. I can think of a time in my life, guys, when I was addicted to porn and hiding it and lying about it. And, I mean, who would know? Nobody knew. Nobody could see it. You know, my wife didn't know. She had no idea. And I eventually got to the place where, you know what? I had to come clean. It had to be brought out. I had to be the one to bring it out. In my case, in most cases, you'll eventually get caught. It'll come out. There were other things that I thought, you know what? I'm just going to ignore this. Just going to pretend it didn't happen. I'm going to block it out of my own memory, and it's just going to go away. No, it comes out. It comes back to haunt you. It always does. And I can't tell you how many guys I know who have made the same mistakes or similar mistakes, thinking nobody's going to know. They're going to know one way or another. And honestly, not only are the mistakes you're making possible to hurt someone else, but they also are going to hurt you. You know, you are planting, so you're investing. The wrong things that we do are investments in our life for the negative. They will cost us. And maybe we can get away with them for a time. You can't get away with them forever. Now, this can be a little bit encouraging sometimes when you see somebody else that you know really deserves to get caught for the stupid things they're doing. Eventually they will. That's kind of encouraging. But it also should be a little bit of fear, like healthy fear in our life that makes us make better decisions, knowing that the things we do will cost us later. You know, how we treat people now will come back later. It'll come back to us, whether you want to call it karma or whatever. It always comes back, and the truth always comes out. Honestly, honesty is the best policy. It really is. You know, and if you think about it, do you want people to lie to you? Or do you want them to hide stuff, you know, and hide stuff from you? Or do you want them to tell the truth? I mean, if I want to trust somebody, I want to know that they're telling me the truth. And I'd rather have that than to find out they lied. I know it's the same for you. And so I should also then recognize and understand that other people that I'm dealing with would rather find out the truth from me than to find it out when it all blows up and makes a mess. I say it's better to come clean than to be stripped bare. You know, if I'm given the choice between exposing my own mistakes or being exposed by somebody else, I can tell you the truth, guys, because I've been there. It's better to come forward and tell the truth. It's a much better feeling to come truth and have your family or the people you love or your boss or whatever have to forgive you or work with you or maybe even fire you because you acted out of integrity than it is for them to find out and then have to deal with it. It's much better if it's in your hands rather than somebody else's, because you don't want somebody else coming out with all your dirty laundry and all your mistakes and all the stupid, horrible things you've done. You don't want that. I don't want that. I really don't want to do it myself either. I have been there. I didn't want everybody to know everything I was struggling with. I didn't want everybody to know what was happening behind closed doors or what I was thinking in my mind when I shouldn't have been. I don't want everybody to know that. And you don't have to necessarily tell everybody. But you do have to come clean. You know, if you've wronged someone, you need to make it right. You need to make amends. If you've hurt somebody, you need to tell the truth. You need to work it out. You need to make amends. You need to make it right. I know that it's uncomfortable to have this conversation. Nobody wants to hear it, especially if they've got things they're hiding. But in the grand scheme of things, as I'm saying this, some of you might be like, well, you know, I don't believe that there's some divine force operating the universe. So, yeah, whatever. I don't care what you believe. Just honestly look at the reality of life around you. It always happens, doesn't it? People that hide stuff always eventually get found out. And so I just want to encourage you guys, if you're struggling with something and you're about to get found out, stop doing the thing. Get the help you need to get out of the destructive behavior. Stop doing the thing. Tell the truth. And if you are doing the right thing, keep doing the right thing. Keep telling the truth, because you don't want to find yourself in a position. You know, have you ever noticed that when you tell a lie, that lie just gets bigger and bigger because you keep having to tell other lies to keep that lie from getting found out? Next thing you know, you've got a web of lies all around you, and it's a mess. Who can keep track of all of that? I can keep track of the truth. That's a lot easier. Anyway, I know this is a short podcast today, but it's just a thought that I really wanted to share with you, that it really was on my heart, that I'm speaking from personal experience, because that has been my life before. There's been times in my life when the person you saw on the outside wasn't the person I was on the inside, when I had done some wrong things or had been in a place where my heart wasn't right and made mistakes, dude. And I paid for it. And every time I thought I could hide it, it always came out. Don't be like me. Don't make that mistake. Now, be like me now. Be like what I'm trying to be now, which is honest and have integrity and to do the right thing. And that's a better person to be. And I'm not saying that like, oh, I'm a better person to be. I'm just saying that's what I want to be. That's where I'm striving to be. That's what my goal is. And I'm not perfect. But I know that if I am at least striving to have integrity, if I'm at least striving to be honest, if I'm at least striving to do the right thing, good things come my way. And it's worth it. It really is. So let that be your reminder today that that's what we need to do. We need to be real. We need to be authentic. We need to be honest, especially to the people where it matters most, not to just blab all your garbage to everybody, but the people that it matters. Tell them the truth. If you're struggling with something and they need to know it, you better tell them, because eventually it's going to be more painful and it's going to cause more problems. Anyway, guys, that's really what I've got for you. If you need to talk about this, definitely chime in at the Manlihood Man Cave, or say, hey, I need to talk to somebody about something. Maybe you don't want to put it on there. Who wants to chat? I'm sure one of those guys in there would be glad to talk with you privately if you need to help you walk through it and maybe give you some advice. Don't go through it alone, because you're not alone. We're going to work on this together. I love you guys. I care about you. I'll see you next time.
If you want to be a better man, check out our website, manlihood.com, for blogs, videos, and more from our Manlihood team. And you can also join our private Facebook group, Manlihood Man Cave, where you can meet up with a band of brothers who will challenge you and help you on your journey of manhood. This episode is produced by Hatcher Media for manlihood.com. Be sure to subscribe and leave us a review on iTunes, YouTube, or wherever you're listening to the show. Tune in again for more of the Manlihood Mancast.